No.
Pizza there. Whenever you're done.
Check.
Thanks again for joining us on this video conference call brought to you by Cisco Jabber. If anyone has any questions for Maya Moore and Sylvia Fowles, fire away. I know, Nina, you had a bunch of questions for him, so if you want to begin.
All right, sounds good. Hey, guys. So, Sylvia, I read that after the finals, or after the playoffs last year, Coach said that she wanted you to be more, and she wanted to feature you more. I was wondering if you could tell me about that conversation and what you did in the offseason and in the first half of the season to be that person.
Pretty much the same. Just trying to be consistent with what I do on and off. I mean, on the court, on and off the court, on the court, and just being dominant, being that dominant player that I am. She said she felt like I was relaxed a little bit and didn't feel like I was up into that person who I needed to be, and she pretty much just challenged me to work on a couple of things, and I took that overseas and it mentally prepared me, and I brought it back this season and just implemented it in the stuff that she wanted me to do.
One thing that somebody told me earlier on this call was you just sort of have this like new aggression and this new desire to take over the game. Is that true? And is that something you've noticed about yourself? And Maya, is that something you've noticed as well?
I wouldn't say it's new. It's hard to come in a team, to join a team that has pretty much everything that they need. And I think my mindset was to get in where I fit in. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes and make anybody feel like I was just trying to come in to take over. But figuring out this team, and that's just not the way they are. They embraced me with open arms and just wanted me to play my game. And that's what you guys are seeing this year.
I mean, one way I've been describing it is, for Syl, is finding that lane where she's just thriving. You know, it's a combination of the work she's put in, a combination of, like she said, the talks with Cheryl about these are a few little small things where if you get this, you will be everything that, you can be. And so after she felt that freedom from us, I think to go and get that, it's just all kind of falling in place, and it takes time. Like she said, it's not just plop an ingredient into the pot and then it's just instant, amazing cuisine. Like you have to marinate and stir it and let it stew and figure it out. And so I think you're seeing a combination of the things that Sylvia's done personally, as well as just the environment that she's in with us.
And do you guys think that'll be the thing that'll take you over to beat whoever, should you make it to the finals again this year? Is that the key for you guys? Or if not, what is the key?
Can you say the beginning one more time? Cut out a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think that play is the key to what can take you guys over the edge to win the finals this year, should you make it back?
I mean, obviously the way Sylvia's playing makes us a greater team than we've ever been. When everybody on our roster is playing to their potential, you have your best shot at winning, especially with this team, with how much experience and talent and selflessness that we have. So, the finals are a long way away. Obviously, it's still one of our goals. And I think this team also is in a position where we can win in different ways. But the best way, obviously, is Sylvia continuing to play well. But she's just one piece of the puzzle, but a very fun piece when she is rolling and playing well. And, it's up to us. That's the beautiful thing about our teams. We feel like it's up to us if we bring everything that we have. Other teams are obviously going to try to stop us, but we're confident in when we're at our best, we feel unbeatable.
Great. And just last question, Sylvia, what are the little things that Coach told you to work on?
It was more so mental than anything. I think I'm my biggest critic. And when things don't go as planned, I tend to get down on myself, and that pretty much takes me out of my game. So working on little things like that is something that I worked on.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
So considering you guys have quite the rivalry with the Sparks, I was just wondering what you guys are excited about to play with them now for All-Star.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see any team as a a rival. I mean, and that's just me personally. I think everybody step up when it's time to play the Lynx, but just to have them part of our team to play in this All-Star game, I think it means a lot. It just shows our dynamic on how we can switch it on and switch it off and be able to play against folks and also have them along on side of us.
Well, I just become a fan. When you're competing, you can't really appreciate the other team because you're mad they're doing it against you. But when now that they're on our team, it's like I can appreciate the versatility, the skill, the talent. I remember playing with NECA the first time at the World Championships in 2014, and I was going crazy. I was her biggest cheerleader on the bench when I was out and she was in. So just really appreciating their talents.
And what first-time All-Star are both of you most excited to play with?
Definitely my first one. I would say my first All-Star was one of the best moments of All-Star history. Everything after that is kind of a blur. I can't even tell you anything about the recent All-Stars.
Are you talking about the All-Star experiences or the players?
Both. But I meant players, but both.
Oh,
that's
sorry. Okay.
okay.
I was making sure I understood because I was thinking one thing.
And I was thinking another.
But
I'm excited to play with everybody. I don't have a favorite.
You're not gonna pick?
Mm-mm.
First time. We have a lot of first timers on the East. For the West, we have Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't count. Stewie's one of those players where you just feel like she's been around for a long time, and you look up and you're like, "You're 22? What? You're supposed to be older." She's like the new me, where I was the young one coming up, and now she's taking my place. But I played with Stewie at the Olympics. We played with Stewie at the Olympics. I've never played with Chelsea, so she's the only one left. Process of elimination. One out of the two we haven't played with, so it'll be fun to get some dimes from her instead of her dropping dimes on us. So.
And Maya, what was your most memorable All-Star experience, or how does this compare?
Yeah, two pop in my mind because the first one, like Sil said, is probably your favorite because it's your first. And it was a similar situation because I had 3 other Lynx teammates with me in 2011, so it's kind of similar to now. We had Texas theme down in San Antonio. We had some props for the intros. It was quite spectacular. We should pull up some of that old footage.
Thank you.
Maya, you were just talking about Stewie. She came to Stores right after you, and you said you played with her. Can you just talk about your relationship with her?
Yeah, she was a junior in high school when I was a senior, I think. So you're welcome, Gino, helping to recruit Stewie because we must have treated her nicely. She is one of those players that as you're watching her play is going to change the game as far as her versatility. And it's not like you haven't seen posts that can do guard things, but I think just the ease that she appears to do some of those guard things makes you a little scared. Like, wait a minute, she did that a little too easily. Whereas, some of the traditional post players have to kind of work a little harder at the guard element of the game. But that's what I love about her. She's just a competitor. She wants to be on the floor no matter what her position is. So I can appreciate that about her and watching her grow and wanting to continue to see how good she can get. So playing with her in the Olympics was fun. Again, just watching her do some things that are like, wait a minute, did she just drop step, spin move, and one dribble from the free throw line to the rim? Okay. Nice, Stewie. Good job. Do it again. So it's going to be fun watching her grow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maya, 1/3 of the players in tomorrow's game are from UConn, and that represents 50% of the total UConn players in the WNBA. What does Gino and CD and the coaching staff do to prepare you for the profession, for playing in the pros?
Yeah. Well, it's something that I think you get pretty quickly your freshman year when you step on campus. That UConn is a high level. It's about business, but at the same time, it's about the game. And so I think you learn how to appreciate the game when you walk in there. And that's what really keeps you going to excel. You have to love the game. And there's no way you can last there if you don't love the game. So that love of the game, I think, is cultivated there. But just those little details that separates good from great are harped on from the moment you get there. It doesn't matter if you were an All-American coming out of high school. Those little details are what going to get you playing time. So by the time you graduate, you should be pro ready. And that's what they tell us. We want you as a senior in college to be a pro. And so when you make that jump, you're confident and you feel like you know what it's going to take to win. And, obviously that culture there has been established for, the last 30 plus years with the consistency of CD and coach and just their dedication to the game of basketball and us as players.
And one last question. Do you think a team of UConn WNBA All-Stars could beat the rest of the league All-Stars?
Are you really asking me? All day? Let's do it. Let's just change the setup now. We can go right now. Do it. Yeah, of course. That'd be interesting, though. That'd be fun.
Thank you.
Should try that one year.
They packed up cracking up.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys, for
Thank you.
hanging in there throughout the conference call. We'll have
Thank you.
recording available as soon as possible.
Thank you.